Hello and welcome back to another set of readings of Lotus Love Tarot 555. Okay, you guys, I am here for a twin flame energy check-in. Let's just see where everything is. I hope you guys are liking my new setup. Hope you can see the cards a lot better. If you can, give me a message in the comments. Let me know if you like this setup better or the other one. And considering what I read, I'll go back to the other one. If you can see things a lot better, let me know, okay? You guys, I am so excited about taking the twin flame energy to another level this year and understanding the energy and, you know, what is happening with the collective of the twin flames. I mean, it's very, very, very exciting. It's like the twin flames are moving in place. And going through, you know, a lot of different changes in the scenarios right now. And so it's so important that we kind of stay tapped in, you know, to what's happening. Okay. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at Lotus Love Tarot 555 because I do check-ins over there as well. Okay. If you haven't had a chance for the regular sign readings, I've done all of the twin flame soulmate readings because you may be in a soulmate relationship as well. Well, you're definitely in a soulmate because that's any relationship. So make sure you check those out. I've completed those for all signs. Make sure you check out your new moon reading. That goes from new moon to new moon, okay, because that's very enlightening as well. And your yearly forecasts. Oh my God, they were so what's the word I want to use? Enlightening. It was, some parts were very, very strange too as well. Some of the things that happened because it was just like coinciding so much. With, you know, the cards were just matching up so much. It was something. Okay. So anyway, let's go right into our check-in for the twin flames to see what's going on. Okay. Holy Spirit, Divine Creator, Universe, what messages need to go forth for our twin flames? What energy is coming forth? First message out for our Divine Masculine. What energy is coming forth for our Divine Masculine? What do we need to know for our Divine Masculine? What energies are coming forth for our Divine Masculine? Okay. Okay, 4 again. Yeah. And the reason I say again because I think they got 4 last time or with the reading before that. Make sure you go back and check out those readings as well, you guys, because they're timeless. So whenever you are drawn to look at those, it's for you. Okay? All right, Holy Spirit, Divine Creator, Universe, what messages need to go forth for our Divine Feminine? What messages? What's the energy for our Divine Feminines? What is the energy coming forth for our Divine Feminines? What is the energy coming forth for our Divine Feminines? Okay, our Divine Feminines this time has 2. Divine Feminines really doesn't have much to say right now. Apparently. Okay. All right. Holy Spirit, Divine Creator of the Universe, what messages need to go forth for our Divine Feminines? What Divine Feminines want to say? What messages need to go forth for our Divine Feminines? And comment, you guys, if you're a twin flame. I'd love to hear about your journey. Let me start that again because I don't know what I called it. Right? What messages need to go forth for our Divine Masculine? Got to do this in order. What messages need to go forth for our Divine Masculine first, please? Divine Masculine. Thank you. Oh, Divine Masculine is in a talkative mood today. Generally, they don't get that many messages. Okay? What messages now need to go forth for our Divine Feminine? What do our Divine Feminines want to say? What messages are coming forth for our Divine Feminine? What messages are coming forth for our Divine Feminine? Okay, any more? I'll shuffle 3 times. Okay. Yes, I felt there was some more that wanted to come forth for our divine feminines. All right, you guys. All right, we're going to get to these next, and then I may take this into extended. I'm not sure yet, but I do have the decks out just in case I decide to, okay? All right, so I want to look at the divine masculine first. Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories, okay? So our divine masculines are looking back. Looking back to old memories. And I'm trying to remember, did this come up? This came up in one of the energies on our Instagram. I can't remember which day. Excuse me, you guys. But they're looking at your photos. They're missing you. They're thinking about memories of the past. And they're thinking about, look at there, making new memories. Hey, making new memories. This is beautiful. Hammer, okay? Sabotage, rebuilding. Interrogation, repetitive, persisting, working on it. So they're rebuilding their lives. And that definitely was an energy that came up in the check-in the other day. They're in a space of rebuilding. You know, you got the hammer here. Okay, they realized that, you know, it may be been some sabotage that they were doing to themselves. Okay, they realized that, you know, they were being repetitive in some behaviors that possibly wasn't working for them. But what are they doing? What are they doing now? They're working on it. They're working on it. This is beautiful. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, infamy, upheaval, transformation. Yes, this is what's happening for our divine masculines. They are changing. They're transforming. And what happens? You need the hammer to transform. You're rebuilding, right? And now it's going to be like a sudden change. It's like all of a sudden they're going to wake up and their life is just going to change. They're going to start doing things that's going to, you know, build them in a whole nother direction. They're going to start clearing out those chakras. They're going to start, you know, making things happen in their life. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. All right, so I feel like they're still watching you. I feel like they are definitely taking a close look on their divine feminines, you know, keeping a close lookout on their divine feminines. But at the same time, when I first looked at this may be a third party that is checking in on them or you, okay? And your divine masculine may know it, that it may be somebody that is stalking either your divine masculine or they know that somebody is stalking you. Could be an ex. Could be, you know, someone that you're in a relationship now and you're trying to get out of this relationship. But there's something, when I first saw that, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But for the most part, the divine masculines are definitely keeping a close eye out on their divine feminines. I know that for a fact. Your beauty still moves me. Yes, because they love you. Your beauty still moves me. Oh, goodness. This is from the divine masculine now to the divine feminine. I'm in a much better headspace now. Beautiful. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And the last one, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. Of course, they just want their divine feminines to just understand that they're in a space right now that they are rebuilding their life. It's not that they don't love you. They remember the memories. They want to make new memories with you, right? But they're just rebuilding right now. Why? So they can have this sudden change, so they can have this transformation, you know, and they're still keeping a lookout on you. They have not left you. They're there, even if it might seem like they're gaslighting you right now. They're there. All right, let's check in on the divine feminine. See what's happening with the divine feminine. Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, close your issues. This is exactly what's going on with our divine feminines. They are receiving what they need, and they're learning how to get that themselves. They are progressing in their life. They are arriving at that point that they have been working so hard to get to. They're moving on for situations that weren't serving their highest good. They are closing out issues that's not for their benefit anymore, that they can't use in this future space that they're moving into union with their divine masculine. Oh my God, you cannot make this up, you guys. You cannot make this up. Oh my goodness. That's why the divine feminines aren't talking, because they know. Twin flames, you're my yin to my yang. Zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. They know. They don't need to talk any further. Oh my goodness, I just got chills from that. I mean, I literally just got chills. So you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. I need more time to figure things out. Yes, our divine feminine are in a space right now. They're needing to figure out all of this that they've been through with their divine masculine. They're needing to put all these pieces to the puzzle together, not just for the divine masculine, but for themselves too. Because when they go into union, the divine feminines are going to be ready. I mean, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready. All chakras are going to be balanced. They're going to be ready to move in position now to begin to move into their purpose, to begin to move into their mission. And what is the mission of the twin flame relationship? To bring and heighten the energy of the earth, right? To be in a position to help others identify who they are and what they need. But in order to do that, you have to understand it yourself first. And that's what's happening with this union. Maybe we're just too different. And yes, the divine feminine has realized they are different. They're too different, but at the same time, she's recognizing the differences. She's recognizing and understanding we are different. We are different in some areas, but we have to understand how to work through it. Why? Because we're twin flames. Yes, others are going to realize, and this is something that I thought about the other day, that I feel that a lot of twin flames, especially with our feminines, there's such a barrier there with them because the areas that they are different, they're not realizing that's where their power is. That's where their ministry is. That's where they are being put in positions to help one another. For example, if you're with your twin flame and y'all come from two different cultures, two different backgrounds, two different races, two different different ages, okay? There's a big age difference. Whatever it is, two different rearings. One may have come from a situation of not having a lot, and one may have had a lot. Whatever the differences are, whatever your differences are, that's where you need to overcome. Why? Because you're going to help the world overcome these judgments, overcome and understand what true love really is. True love doesn't have a boundary. True love doesn't have differences. True love, unconditional love can break through all of that, okay? And that's what the twin flame relationship is. It teaches us that you don't have to have judgments. Love doesn't have a formula. Love doesn't have a box that is in. Okay, I'm so happy that this card came because that's something that really needed to be talked about. Okay, now we're having the opportunity to talk about, to understand your difference is your power, because you're learning how to overcome not only the judgments that you have for yourself, but the judgments that the world places on what love is. And your final message. Oh my God, you cannot make this up. We will be together again. Oh, you guys, you can't make it up. You just cannot make this up. How can it be made up? It can't. I am now going to use my new deck, the Illumination Oracles, okay, for guidance on your journey. Let's just see what comes out, okay? And this is going to allow us to look just a little further into what is happening more specifically with our divine feminine and our divine masculine. I'm looking at this as far as the unit is concerned, the couple is concerned, okay? The twin flames are concerned. What messages need to come forth with the combined energies now? What areas do we need to look at for the combined energies of the divine masculine and the divine feminine? Oh my gosh, I literally got chills. Holy Spirit, divine creator of the universe, what messages need to come forth for the union, the combined energy for the divine feminine and divine masculine, for our divine masculine, our divine feminine, for the twin flames as they go into union or separation, whatever state that they're in, what messages need to go forth? What do they need to know? What do they need to hone in on? What do they need to hone in on? I'm only going to take those that fall. I'm only going to take those that fall. Nope, it didn't fall. Only those that fall. What do we need to know for the divine feminine and divine masculine? Okay. That one fell on the divine masculine. What do we need to know? Okay. I'm going to shuffle 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These are the energies that we need to hone in on, okay? All right, money and finances. Okay, and it fell on our divine masculine. So again, I feel like the divine masculine, if you're in separation, or if you're in a state right now, of course, that you're not in union. Why? Because the divine masculines are working on their money. They're working on their finances. They're working on stability right now. Okay? This is what this hammer is. Okay? I am rebuilding. I am working on it. Okay? I sabotaged myself because I didn't take the time I needed to get myself together. But now I'm doing this transformation. I'm making this sudden change. And I'm doing it suddenly with this lightning here. Working on my money, working on my finances. Wow. I feel like most of the divine feminines have already kind of got their careers up and running, got their money, possibly already have their own homes, kind of more stable in that area. But most of our divine masculines, this is the area that they're having to work on. You left quite an impression. Of course, you left quite an impression. Of course, our twin flames. This is for those I feel like that are new twin flames. They're just now realizing that they are twin flames, and they realize that this is exactly what will happen. Your twin flame will leave quite an impression on your heart, and that impression will never go away. Just like you have these footprints in the sand. That's how they will make an imprint on your heart. It will never go away. It will never go away. And I feel like this photograph is directly related to this card with our divine. I don't know why the emphasis today is on the divine masculines. They're looking back at your photos. They're missing you. Nostalgia, thinking about the past, wanting to make new memories. Why? Because all of your experiences have left the imprint on their heart. All your experiences. Rejection. This is an area I feel like we're having to deal with. Okay, this is an area that both areas are afraid of. They're afraid of being rejected. And I feel like at every stage with our twin flame, this is the fear that most are experiencing right now. It's the fear of rejection. Are you really here for me? Are you really here for me? Or will you reject me? If I give you my all, will you reject me? I don't want to feel this rejection. I don't want to feel this pain because you left quite an impression on my heart. Can I really surrender my all to you? Can I really surrender everything to you? Can I really surrender it? Okay, I was going to go into an extended over on my Patreon, but I'm going to go ahead and do some clarifying here for you guys. And I'm just being led to go ahead and just clarify on this side for you, just to look a little further into what we see happening here. Okay, I want to clarify. I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. Well, you know what? Let's go back. Let's just go here. I'm going to go and clarify photograph. Please clarify photograph. Let's just look at them a little bit at a time. Please clarify photograph for the divine masculine. What do we need to know about photograph? Well, Spirit's telling me not to do that. Okay. Let me go with what Spirit is telling me to do. I'm just going to pull cards right now just for our divine masculine, and I'm going to pull for the divine feminine, and that's going to let me know kind of what is going on. So I'm just going to pull for just the messages that's coming forth up here, because apparently there's something else that needs to come out. What messages need to come out for our divine masculine? What messages need to come out for our divine masculine? What do we need to know about our divine masculine? Okay, wow, okay. So divine masculine, all right, yeah. They have gone through a lot. They've gone through a lot, but with the Ten of Swords in reverse, it cannot get any worse. They are literally on their way up. They're on their way up with the Ten of Swords in reverse. If this has been a very painful, space for them, a very, very painful space, but it cannot get any worse. There is nowhere else to go now but up. And so even though it's a very painful space, it's a complete and painful ending. It can't get any worse. there's nothing after this. There's no more pain after this. Why? Because it's going to be a sudden change. It's transformation now. Okay? It's transformation now. Beautiful. Even though I know this was a painful place, I don't want to say the pain was beautiful, but I'm glad to see that it's over. It's over. They're on their way up now. Page of Pentacles in reverse. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this is an energy where they possibly, were having a hard time with commitment. Okay, and that's what happens with the page. The page is kind of a young mind, so your twin flame might be younger than you, okay, or maybe not as mature, okay, but this is having a lack of commitment, not being able to commit, not being able to put forth that energy that needed to be put forth. Why? Seven of Swords in reverse, because of deception. Okay, deception was here. Not telling the truth was here. The Seven of Swords, this is, somebody who is needing to come clean now. This is somebody who's really trying to rethink their approach and things and trying to come clean about everything that they've done. And that's exactly what we're seeing here with our divine masculine. Okay, he's trying to leave all the pain, all that misery, all that heartache behind. All those third-party situations. He's trying to put a period on it because he know he had an issue with commitment. He know he deceived his divine feminine. He understands that. But now he's trying to come clean. He's trying to start over again. He's rethinking how he makes choices now and the choices that he makes. And with the Nine of Wands here, this is him, being guarded. Guarding himself, from the issues that, he's experienced. He was wounded. The Nine of Wands represents someone who, was wounded in the past. It's considered the wounded warrior. But this is somebody who's kind of taking their last stance, saying, you know what, I'm taking my last stance with this. I'm going to live life the way I need to live it. I'm not going to let anybody or anything come. I'm going to create these boundaries. You're not going to come past the boundaries that I set for myself, because I'm not going back to this place. I'm at the end of this now. I'm not going to deceive anymore. I'm not going to have a lack of commitment anymore. Yes, it's hard for me, and I need to be persistent in what I'm doing. And I need to create these boundaries around me right now until I can really get it together. Why? Six of Swords in reverse. With the Six of Swords in reverse, this is an energy where our divine masculine feels like there's unresolved issues, and they really, really resisted this change that they needed to make, but they realized, they had emotional baggage that they needed to be taken care of. They understand that now, okay? And even though we really don't go through signs with twin flames, but the signs that are present, you have a lot of swords here, a lot of swords. So that lets me know that they're in their head, which is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through in Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But do keep in mind, it could be any sign, but sometimes when the signs come up, it just makes it a little bit more, understanding. Okay, let me put these over here because I know you guys can't see. I thought you would be able to see. There you go. All right. Okay, in the bottom of the deck, Five of Cups. Our divine masculines have been through a lot of grief, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. That's what we don't understand, and this is the part that we don't see. They had a lot of grief and a lot of disappointment. They probably had to break relationships, maybe long-term relationships. They understand now that some people will not be allowed to come on this journey with them, and that could have hurt them. They know they had to let some parts of themselves go. This was a purging experience for them, and it brought them a lot of grief and a lot of heartache. But they're doing it because they realize this is the end. I have to be committed. I can't be deceptive anymore. I can't have this emotional baggage. I can't resist this change that's being resisted. Okay? All right. Please clarify the divine feminine. What do we need to know about the divine feminine? Please clarify the divine feminine. I can't believe that Twin Flames card came out. That is unbelievable. If you all didn't watch me shuffle, you probably would believe I did that myself. Please clarify what we need to know about the divine feminine. What do we need to know about the divine feminine? And I'm going to clarify rejection as well after we do the divine feminine. Please clarify the divine feminine. What do we need to know? What messages need to come forth? Yeah, see, the divine feminine doesn't have much to say. The divine feminine really doesn't have much to say. I feel like she's already, said the things that she needs to say, and right now she's just walking in her power. She has the Four of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So she realizes with this Four of Swords in reverse that this really burned her out. This work that she has put in to herself, it really, really burned her out. It really, really did. It exhausted her. But you know, and now she's in a space now of coming out of this energy. But this is the energy and that's why she doesn't have much to say. Why? Because she put all the work into herself while her divine masculine was going through this. While her divine masculine was going through these issues, you know, these third-party issues, trying to get their finances in order, possibly gaslighting them. While they were going through all of that, it burned them out and distressed them out. But they realized with the Seven of Cups in reverse that it all came from not having, you know, just confusion. You know, it was just, you know, their relationship didn't have purpose. And she understands that. She understands that, you know, where they were right now, it was an illusion. It was diversion. It was fantasy where they were trying to go because they didn't have the parts they needed to really bring forth this twin flames union. But she knows she doesn't have to worry about that now. Why? Because it's over. It can't get any worse. She's already been through the stress of this. She's already been through the pain. She's already been through the confusion. She already been through the lack of commitment to her. She understands that. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, coming forth with that. She understands that bottom of the deck. That's why everything was stalled with the Hangman in reverse. She understands it. Nothing could move forward. It was stalled because why? The divine masculine had to get himself together. And that's why she understands that we will be together again. She gets that we will be together again, and she's not worried about it, okay? Okay, she understands that she needed more time to just figure things out. She has it. Why? She's okay because she knows that they're twin flames. You know, she realizes that she's receiving what she needs, and the divine masculine needs to receive what they need. She understands that there are issues that are being closed. Here she even has in her card, closure of issues. And that's what we have here, the closure of issues. That's exactly what's going on. Issues are being closed, and it takes time for that, right? Sometimes things have to slow down. They have to be stalled. Hangman in reverse. It has to be stalled so things can work out. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, I'm going to clarify rejection. Clarify rejection. What do we need to know about rejection? The twin flames. Check-in. Please clarify rejection. What messages need to come forth for rejection? Yeah. See, the rejection with the Eight of Wands here, this is communication that's coming forth, and this is what needs to happen. You need to communicate with one another. You really, really need to communicate with one another. Because when you communicate, it releases the thoughts in your mind that you are being rejected, right? This is rapid movement. This is decision. So don't hesitate. If your twin flame asks you something, don't hesitate to answer. You know, don't act like you don't want to answer. You know, don't make them wait. Okay, make your communication swift, and that's what I'm feeling. Because if you speak, for example, if they text you, don't make them wait 3, 4, 5 hours. Right? Don't punish them. You know, if they send you a message, respond. Respond as quickly as you can, because I'm feeling like when you don't respond, they feel rejected. And I don't know who that's for. I don't even know why I'm saying that. But I feel like that's where a lot of the issues are coming. It's your communication where they're feeling rejected. You putting them on ice. Yes, you may be busy, and it's okay if you just do a little one-liner. I'm busy right now, but I'll contact you back in a couple hours. You know, I'm busy right now, but as soon as I free up some, I'm gonna get back with you. Just a little bit, okay? So they won't feel rejected. Make it swift, okay? Make your communication swift. See the bird flying? You see that? That's how your news needs to fly. You know, your news with wings on it, so they don't feel rejected. So they don't feel like you're putting them on ice. So they don't feel like you don't care. Okay? Bottom of the deck, yeah. Because that makes them lose faith and hope in a relationship with the star in reverse. Okay? That makes them, you know, not believe that this twin flame energy is real. Okay? And it scares them. And it's all in how you communicate. It's all in your communication. That makes them feel as though if they're rejected or not. Wow, this is beautiful, you guys. Whew. I got chills. Let's get some last final message from the angel answers. Let's see what our angels have to say. And then I'm going to end this twin flame check-in energy. I hope you guys enjoyed that, you guys. Please check out our Patreon. Our Patreon link can be found below. Go and check out the other readings I've done for your signs. Follow us on Instagram at Lotus Love Tarot 555. You guys, I love you so, so much. You guys share the video, share the reading for those that you know are twin flames, okay? Share it. Like, subscribe. Can you do me that favor? All right, let's see what angel answers are coming for as our final advice. Holy Spirit, Divine Creator of the Universe, what's the final advice for our twin flames, for our energy check-in? For our twin flames energy check-in. Oh, this was so good. This is so good. I'm so happy I did this. And I only do it when I'm led to do it, you guys. All right. Ooh. Wow. Well, that went across the room. Oh. Can I make this up? It's up to you. This is all up to you. You have right here everything you need. It's here, but it's up to you. It's up to you if you have this union in the 3D experience. It's up to you if you have this gift from God in the 3D experience. It's up to you. You can have it all, but you have to be able to fight through the issues. You have to be able to put the work in, right? You have to be able to transform yourself. Have this sudden change. You have to be willing to put your finances and your money in order. You have to be willing to receive what you need. Move on. Closing issues and situations. You're going to have to learn how to commit. You're going to have to learn how not to be deceptive. You're going to have to learn how to put boundaries around your relationship. You're going to have to learn how to heal and have faith, right? You're going to have to learn how not to allow the situation, the relationship to burn and stress you out. And again, not have too many options, but understand your twin flame is your only option. You're going to have to learn how to not to have unresolved issues. You're going to have to learn how to look ahead, right? You're going to have to learn how to focus. And you're going to have to learn how to have those memories. Create those memories when you miss your twin flame so much. Oh, my goodness. It's all up to you. All right, my loves. If you want to do a private reading, information pertaining to that can be found below. Until next time, bye-bye. And let me know if you like this new setup, okay? All right, until next time.